Hey folks, welcome back to Bullets and Brass. Today we are talking about something that is essentially confirmation bias, but as it relates to knowledge, firearms knowledge. Because I've had a number of my short videos get pretty popular that are fundamental things that a lot of us take for granted. We grew up doing it. We had family members teach us this as children. And while there may be little things here or there that we learn, they're core concepts that we look at as obvious, basic, and we associate with people who equally have that background, have that understanding. We don't talk about these things with people who are not relatively experienced as well. It's very rare that a regular, normal gun person, meaning somebody who is into guns even casually, has a firearms related conversation with somebody who is not, or is brand new, no experience at all. Because historically, those people didn't get into guns. They didn't talk to people about guns. That conversation didn't happen. So nowadays, now that it is more and more common that people are coming into guns as adults with no background knowledge, none. They are coming in cold. It's like I decided to take up squash, I guess, but I played tennis and racquetball a little. So I don't know. It's like I decided to take up skydiving, I guess, right? I have no knowledge other than what I've seen on TV, right? I have friends who skydive, but I've never had detailed conversations about it. I mean, I've read some things, but no real knowledge. Well, I'm ignorant, literally ignorant. That is the meaning of the word. I do not know. I do not have the information. It isn't that I'm wrong. I literally don't know. Well, a lot of new gun owners are ignorant. They do not know. They do not have this fundamental knowledge. They are trying to acquire it. And I was getting a lot of comments about, this is obvious, this is stupid, why do we need this? It's why this is lame. Not that the content is lame, but the fact that this is needed is stupid. The fact that, who watches this? Why is this relevant? Everybody knows this. And it just got me thinking about the fact that so many of us assume that everybody knows these things. We assume that, for example, the politicians, they go to ban this stuff. They pass laws that we think are stupid, really had any understanding of what they were doing. And I don't think that's true. I think that for the most part, these people are truly morons when it comes to this stuff. They are ignorant. That isn't a judgment on their intelligence or their ability to learn. It's a judgment on their current knowledge base. If you throw me into a classroom and want to discuss high-level chemistry, got nothing. I don't know enough to even know what I don't know. And that doesn't make me an idiot. It doesn't make me uneducated. My background is somewhere different. I didn't go into chemistry. I didn't go into medicine. Didn't go into biology. I'm not in a field that high-level chemistry matters. Now, basic chemistry, yes. I have worked in the safety field. I have to understand at least basic chemistry. But there's a big difference between that and the higher level stuff. And I think that's key, is this: you have to have this understanding that not everybody knows everything you know, and you don't know everything everybody else knows. And that can be okay, but you also have to be willing to at least recognize and accept that somebody who doesn't know may want to learn. They may want to correct that ignorance on a given topic. We're always learning, hopefully. I mean, if you're not learning something new every day, it sucks to be you. And if somebody's new to firearms, in this day and age, YouTube, social media, that's a source of information. the internet in general is a source of information for these people. If they are basically between kids and my age, the internet is a fundamental way we learn. We apply our ability to use that resource to anything we want to learn. So rather than looking at it as, oh, everybody knows this, it should be, well, I know this, but maybe there's something to add. And I had plenty of comments like that. For example, I did not, because of the exact format I was doing the video in, I did not discuss physically checking the chamber in the video that is currently well over 200,000 views, which is crazy for my channel. I did not discuss like sticking your pinky in, putting in a chamber flag in. Like, it was a YouTube short and I covered the basics. But people have added that, and that is absolutely valid. People have added, locking it back so that you can more easily check. That is perfectly valid. But then there's people who betray their own ignorance because they're like, no, step one is put the safety on when I'm using a 1911. Good luck checking the chamber with the safety on a 1911, right? How do you put the safety on a Glock or any other non-thumb safety, non-manual safety striker-fired handgun? You don't. There's no manual safety, right? So step one can't be put the safety on. If the safety can be on while doing this task, that would be a good thing, right? It was one of the things I liked about my HK USP Compact, was I could leave the safety on, clear the gun. So if I screwed up royally and I slipped and my finger hit the trigger, like, it was safe. But anyway, just my thoughts. I think that it is very easy for us to forget that if you're watching this, you're probably, let's be fair, more experienced with firearms than most people who are into firearms. Where does that put you relative to people who weren't into firearms 6 months ago?